Hello and welcome back to my huge Blu-ray overview collection series for 2015, and this is part 2 and number 2 of the box sets. So let's get right with it. I'm sorry I suppressed a burp then, and the box sets are building up over here. Kicking off with Star Wars The Complete Saga, which is now no longer The Complete Saga. I love this box set. This was one of the reasons I went Blu-ray to begin with. I love this artwork on the front. I think it's incredible. You've got Luke walking away, and Anakin, is he walking away? Yeah, he's walking away, and Anakin walking forward. I love that. It's the symmetry of the 6 films as they were, and I love how the artwork slowly wraps around the entire box set. Great artwork, love it. This is a bit thicker than the US release, because it doesn't have the nice kind of digibook packaging. If we take it out like this, I'll show you what I mean. It's a bit more of a temperamental packaging design for this, because it's really, you open it up, you got gorgeous artwork there of all the main characters from the 6 films. Basically all of the discs are housed like this, these little swing trays. But the thing is, the only thing that's holding these together is a bit of tape there, just a bit of sellotape, and that's how it came. So that's a shame, but I'm just very careful with it, so it's not too bad. We have the guide to the galaxy here, which tells you everything that's in the you know, on the Blu-rays and stuff. But I love the kind of double spread for every film. So you got Phantom Menace there, you got Attack of the Clones, nice kind of painted effect looks for the films, and you had this on the digibook in the US. Empire Strikes Back, and then finally Return of the Jedi, and this is awesome. And some artwork there of Boba Fett riding a crate dragon, I think. Han with the Ewoks, all sorts of weird stuff, and then you get all the rundown of all the special features, the many special features on this box set, which are too much to even talk about. But I mean, when we talk about this, the documentaries, I mean, you got this is the 3rd bonus disc, which has the making of Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, special effects, classic creatures from Return of the Jedi. So already there you got like nearly 3 hours of vintage making of documentaries, and they're all fantastic. Then you have and then you got like 1997 making of like the special editions, and then Star Warriors, which is like a feature-length hour-and-a-half documentary, Star Wars Tech, Empire Strikes Back 30th anniversary documentary, and then like an hour-and-a-half of Star Wars spoofs, which is like a huge collection of all the spoofs that have taken place from, you know, TV, movies, all that kind of thing, which is really cool. But yeah, the box set is fantastic. There's a lot of content. There's 2 commentary tracks for every single film. The only thing that I don't like is that they obviously they changed the films for the Blu-ray, which again is a whole other thing I won't even get into. But there were some fantastic documentaries on the 2-disc edition DVDs of the prequels that aren't present on the Blu-ray. I thought it would be perfect to go on here. There's also a 2.5-hour making of documentary of the original trilogy that came out in 2004 with the original trilogy DVD set, which is not in here either. Excuse me, called Empire of Dreams. I still have the DVD though, so that's cool. But I wish they just kind of housed everything on the box set like they did with the Alien anthology. You know, and it is it a Fox release? Yeah, it's 20th Century Fox. I mean, they could have done the same thing, given it the old, you know, completist treatment, but they didn't, which is a shame. But there's still a ton of new content, which is fantastic. And again, probably the best thing about this is that it has all the deleted scenes from the original trilogy, which are awesome to see. There's loads of deleted scenes from the original trilogy, which they've never shown before or released in such good quality, so that's cool. But yeah, there's a lot I can kind of complain about, but there's a lot of things I can kind of be grateful for too. Next we have the Spider-Man trilogy, the high definition trilogy, which is of course 1, 2 and 3, all directed by Sam Raimi and starring Tobey Maguire as Spidey himself. Nothing too fancy with this box set, it's just the cardboard sleeve, which is so tight I can't even get them out. Alright, so we have Spider-Man, we have Spider-Man 2, and we have Spider-Man 3. and I believe Spider-Man 3 is the 2-disc Blu-ray edition. Yes, it is. It has 2 discs, and we have some inside artwork as well, which is cool. But I don't think the other 2 have 2 discs. No, just the single Blu-ray disc releases for Spider-Man 1 and 2. I'm just looking at the special features. I've forgotten. There was a ton of special features on the 2-disc DVD of Spider-Man, which are not on the Blu-ray, I'm pretty sure. Like a feature-length making of, I think, and the same for this one. But this one does have Spider-Man 2.1, which is the extended cut of the film, so that's pretty cool. There's a great scene in it with J.K. Simmons in the Spider-Man suit, which is really funny. But yeah, this is a cool little box set. Nothing too flashy, but I am a big fan of those films, even 3, believe it or not. And then rounding off kind of the superhero-ness, well, there's one more. We have the Superman anthology, which is an amazing set. I'm not even a big Superman fan, but this is just fantastic. It is the motion picture anthology from 1978 to 2006. And the Superman logo is embossed. There's the back. And we have a great digipack on the inside, which is just huge. I mean, look, this lists all the special features. There's a shit ton. Open it up. You got loads of Christopher Reeves coming at you. Yeah. And this has basically, let's have a look. It has on disc 1 Spider-Man the movie, the original Spider-Man. I keep saying Spider-Man. Superman the movie, the 1978 original theatrical release, with also special features and commentaries. And then on disc 2 we have Superman the movie, the expanded edition. I don't know what that is. I'm not really you know, versed up on all the Superman kind of cuts and stuff, and that has another commentary as well, and documentaries and all sorts of stuff, deleted scenes. I mean, they really went all out, screen tests. And then disc 3 we have Superman 2, the original 1980/1981 theatrical release with a commentary and featurettes and 40s Fleischer Studios Superman cartoons. Disc 4 we have Superman 2, the 2006 Richard Donner cut with another commentary, more featurettes, more 40s cartoons. Disc 5 we have Superman 3 with a commentary and featurettes. Disc 6 we have Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, commentary and a vintage TV special. Disc 7 Superman Returns from 2006 with a shit ton of special features. And then disc 8 is a bonus disc featuring a feature-length documentary about the amazing story of Superman. Another feature-length documentary, the cinematic saga of Superman, all sorts of stuff. It just goes on and on and on, even like the adventures of Super Pup, a 1958 TV pilot. So it's an amazing set. The films themselves, I love the first Superman. Superman 2 is the best one. 3 is enjoyable for what it is. 4 I still kind of enjoy it. It's not a great film, but I just adore Christopher Reeve as Superman. Superman Returns was okay. I enjoyed it, but it didn't really stick with me that much. Now that's kind of, well, not really, but I have a few kind of just bits and pieces here. One of them is Watchmen, and I could probably even do a Watchmen kind of a whole video on Watchmen, which I might do actually. I'm going to do that, so we'll leave that one actually. I've just changed my mind. We have Dread 3D, which is kind of a tin edition from France. Nice embossed on here on the front. Got Carl Urban there on the front and back, and then you open this up, and then inside you have a booklet and a big DVD sized. The booklet has a comic inside, which is in French, I believe. Yes, there you go. And the digipack itself is pretty cool, if I remember correctly. Carl Urban on the front there, Dread on the back, and it's got the 3D Blu-ray, the normal Blu-ray, and a DVD copy. So nice inside artwork, and yeah, pretty cool set. Big fan of this film, enjoyed it a lot when it came out, and just yeah, really loved it. And it's a shame they never got a sequel, but I kind of like that it stands alone on its own kind of thing. And yeah, it's just a top action film. And now finally, to definitely round off this part of the box sets run, I should say, we have the Universal Monsters, the Essential Collection, the Coffin Edition, which I believe is really cheap to pick up now. At the time it was like, oh, limited edition, but they've kind of gone back on that. We have Dracula, Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Invisible Man, The Bride of Frankenstein, The Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera, and The Creature from the Black Lagoon, which also has the 3D version. We've got all the characters on the side of the coffin there, and when you open it up, you have a nice, big, thick kind of box set with which is really hard to pull out actually. Feels like I'm ripping it even. You see it comes out like this. There you go. So that's kind of the regular edition that you can pick up. And on the back you can see all the artwork and the art cards. There's a thick booklet, and I don't know if I should even take it all. Let's just take it all out, who cares. Little like credits from all the films there. And I've only seen one of them, if you can believe that. It's terrible, I know it really is. I think I'm going to do the rest of them this October. You got a massive booklet here, just absolutely thick as hell. All sorts of information and pictures, and you know, the vintage posters and profiles on some of the actors who are in these films, like Boris Karloff. This is a real thick, heavy booklet. And then here you have loads of art cards, which, you know, you can take them out, and there's for all the films, like kind of vintage poster artwork style. And then the actual digipack itself is really nice, with some really nice artwork on it. Again, all the discs are back in Norway. And there we go. A really, really, really cool box set. I got this when it came out. And yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where I wanted to really kind of explore more cinema and these classic films. And the one that I have seen is the 1930s Dracula with Bela Lugosi. And I think it's just incredible. The atmosphere is fantastic. Big fan of it. Slip that back in really nicely, cool. And yeah, I'm glad I have this box set, and I'm sure once I've seen them all, I'll be an even bigger fan of owning this box set. So there we go. That is the box sets. Most of them anyway. There are a few more that I haven't shown that will be kind of in their own kind of themed videos. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for, I guess, what would you call it, cycle 3 of the huge Blu-ray collection overview for 2015. I'll see you there.